Okay, looks like we're catching some strain here. Excellent. We're seeing the show will begin soon, which is true. As soon as I'm done rolling this blunt, we're really going to get into the meat and potatoes of it all, but nobody wants to sit here and watch me lick a cigar, so we're going to leave that right where it is while I chat over top. So, for years, and I do mean years, I have dabbled in the dark arts of computer hacking. I've never done any what do you call it? Like legit illegal hacks. I'm not an illegal hacker. And the reason for that is prison, mostly. I'm not going to lie. It's not that I don't want to go around and just like break into people's shit and leave, funny pictures or whatever behind and say, "Muahaha, I've hacksered you." Like the elite 13-year-old that I am deep down inside. The reason I don't do it is prison. Prison does not sound like enough fun to balance out. It's just not for me. Same reason why I'm not a drug dealer or bank robber. I don't see anything necessarily wrong with these particular professions, providing no one gets killed in your behavior, in your activity. That's an individual thing. You can't judge the individual by his peers necessarily. Talking about like cartels, like cutting people up and shit or whatever, like that's pretty bad news. But if you're selling a little bit of weed out of your garage, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. But I don't like prison. Prison does not sound like fun. I did 9 hard days as a youth, and it was not fun at all. It was super unfun. 9 hard days, okay? People laugh when I say that, but I was in a maximum security facility on lockdown. We didn't leave that fucking room. Like 12 to 19 of us. There started out with 12, and then before the New Year's was over, there was 19 people in this room. But we didn't leave that motherfucker for 9 days straight, basically. I think it was day 8 that we did recreational time. I got to go to the fucking library, but we still couldn't leave the lower sections of where we were. Anyway, I digress. What's really important here is, I couldn't hang for 9 days in jail. The fuck would I do for like serious time if I got caught for like doing some crimes and shit? No, thank you, I say. No, thank you indeed. But one thing that I will do, because I think it's fucking not only, valid but worthwhile, is I will participate in the HackerOne bug bounty program, which is, if you're not familiar, pretty damn cool. Let's pop this over now that I've got a joint mostly rolled. HackerOne is basically a place where where companies can go and they can list their jobs, and they can let's see, I don't have the thing up in here, huh? Start hacking. Oh, it's gonna make me want to sign up, and I don't want to sign in on this virtual box, so I'll have to go over here. Anyway, basically allows you as a company to put your shit out there open to registered hackers who can then here we go. Registered hackers who can then basically go to town on your shit, and if they find vulnerabilities, they submit a report that says, this is the vulnerability I found, this is how I found it. Some places pay, $50 to $75. Some pay $750 to $1,000. It just depends on the level of critical emergency that's presented by the bug. So, like, if you can take over the entire machine and completely fuck everything for the company, that's going to be a higher paying bounty. If it's basically just, maybe somebody can arbitrarily make a user account with slightly elevated privileges, but it doesn't actually give them access to anything at the core. It's not really critical. It's just, in fact, it is a bug. Those will be lower paying. Now, for years, I have threatened to start fucking around on this site. Because I do these war games where I find vulnerabilities that are actually left in computers on purpose, specifically as a means of you supposed to go and find them. And in the beginning, I had to do a lot of like look it up on the internet, find tutorials for the exact game that I was hacking, and then find out how they did it to advance. In the last year or so, I've done several roottackme.org war games without needing to look anything up. And they're actually really good over there at keeping those tutorials off the internet. Meaning it's actually hard to find write-ups for some of them, even when you want to. And after doing that for about 6 months, I was like, you know what, I think I got what it takes to fuck around in this space. It doesn't cost anything to become a hacker on here. It doesn't cost anything at all. So the worst that happens is I dick around on one of these servers and I don't find a vulnerability. What are you going to do? Now, I happened to be playing around with Lazada.com because it's got bug bounties open on it from AliBaba.com. I signed up for their developers platform, open platform from Lazada, and I just used this. I don't know where it is now, but I had I had basically a throwaway email that I set up, and my stoned ass must have closed because I'm a fucking high on, but whatever, not the end of the world. So that I could start an account with them. I got to the account setup system and found an upload document for your identification. And I thought, I wonder if this upload document for identification has been sanitized. So I just tried to upload a list of bookmarks, from my own desktop. I believe it's the standard bookmarks that come right up here on Kali Linux. And I uploaded that. And it uploaded. And I thought, weird. What's that link address? So we copied the link location. And then I went over here and I pasted it and I double checked. It is in fact asking from their server for that file. Now what a lot of people may not know is that if you can get the server to run or open a program, and in this case it's allowing me to request this HTML file directly from their server and download it, so we can at least know that that file is there. Now one thing I noticed that it didn't do was open the HTML file directly from the server. It's forwarding it to us as a GET, like we're downloading it. So this idea that I have may not work, but in previous experiences, I have come across places on the internet where if you upload here a reverse PHP exploit, essentially it's a PHP file, a web file, that calls back on the back end through the PHP server to a listening server that I've set up on my own my own computer. And when that PHP file is loaded, it sends the request back to open up the fucking what do you call it? The communication between my server and its server. But it gives me command line access, usually at whatever root level the web server is running at. So it's not usually a high privileged position unless the server is run by a moron who has the web server running on a high privileged user. Now, one thing I did discover in fingerprinting this is that it is most likely running on a VirtualBox, exactly what I'm running my Kali Linux hacking OS on. So this is not probably run by a fucking moron. And this may genuinely go nowhere, you know? I'm going to move this out of the window here for just a moment so that you fine folks don't see my actual IP address when I set up my listening device here. I will also have to, actually, let's do that right away, exit, because I'm currently running through Tor because I found a click jacking website that I was going to admittedly do some fingerprinting on and see if I could figure out who runs that scam site. That's what that was all about. I was checking for scammers. Alright, now I have to go in on my back end and set up my own router to let me connect. We're going to use a pretty simple port forwarding. Oh, that's good. So they're making me do all of my port forwarding from the Cox website. That's incredible. Also a little terrifying. Okay. More. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The future sucks. Forwarding. This is some bullshit. Where's the fucking port forwarding options, you cocksuckers? See what I did there? Cox Wireless, Cox suckers. Come on, folks. Come on, folks. Work with me here. I had to dig around a lot. A lot. Port number will be 666. Next. So now, theoretically, anything coming in from my, what is myip.com, anything coming in from my external IP going to 666 should go to this. So that's what we're hoping. That's funny, I was working on Windows earlier. Use exploit. Okay, here we go. Alright, now we bring you guys back into the fold now that I'm not exposing myself as much. Use exploit multi-handler. Set payload to remind myself what I'm doing here. Go to PHP interpreter, reverse TCP. Yes, set listening port to 666. Set lhost to me on the intranet. Okay, exploit. Yes, okay. Alright, and then bear with me, we go over here to this intro screen one more time while I actually do build this MSF Venom. Does payload still work? Okay. That's right. We gotta put our actual fucking IP address in that one. That's the way it works. So I'm getting goosebumps here, thinking, man, how cool would it be if this worked? And it may work. It looks like it's letting me accept PHP or web files. So let's just hope for the best here. So Venom H. MSF Venom TAC P paste. Where am I at here? Copy exploit PHP to desktop authentication.php. It's going to do ID. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me there, folks. Once again. Alright, so we now have a listener set up on our local computer virtual box here with Kali. I have hopefully correctly forwarded the ports from the actual internet and my real life IP, which I blocked out just now when I was building everything. And let's go ahead and just minimize that. Built a fucking exploit over here with MSF Venom, TAC payload. We did PHP interpreter / reverse THCP, and we put it into exploit.php. I moved that over to make it a little easier to get to. But now what we'll do is we'll go ahead over here to upload, check out the desktop, all supported types. Turns out it takes all types. Go ahead and upload that. Submit. Copy link location. I'm gonna come up here. See what happens. Now remember, we don't need to open the file. They need to open the file. So that didn't work. What's wrong though? Why isn't this Not giving me a reason why it's not working. Oh, phone number's required. What did I just say? Thailand? Just go over here. Here we go. Real life Thailand phone number. And put that in there. Submit. You sure you want to submit your profile? Sure am. See what happens when we load my profile. Still the bookmarks. Okay, so the PHP file did not work. Under verification. Okay. Weird that it's stuck with this one. But now we move on. So my idea, it turns out, didn't work. No big deal. That happens. We got no activity on the handler here. Less. Okay, so here's what we'll try now. See what happens if we load a Windows machine up. Go to port 80. See if that simple server provides us with the exploit PHP. If it does, we'll see if the hijack works. I mean, I fucking don't know. This is a Windows 7, I think, that I'm running. Yeah. Boy, that's irritating. Oh yeah, see, I was pirating some games there, you can see. No, you can't actually. Can't see that URL. All right. Well, I was. I admit it. All right. Sue me. What are we looking for again? 10 0 0 15 slash 80 slash exploit.he. I think that's right. Yeah. God damn it. Oh, 0212. Okay. I gotta do a HTTP above it or what? Alright, that's where I try the real test anyway. What the fuck? So I'm just running tests on the actual exploit to see if it runs from my, fuck. I don't know why it's not working. Well, this is going to be denied, obviously. Yeah, it's sanitized a little bit. Okay. Really? I'm signed in now, but you want me to create another one? I don't think so. Alright, I think I'm going to kill the stream for now because I was just trying to document if I was actually, you know, if my idea worked. I wanted it to be fucking documented. So that's why I did this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Keep your eyes peeled. More to come.